So my name's Randy Saunders. I'm the General Sales Manager at West Coast Toyota here in Maple Ridge. And today I thought we'd have a look at the RAV4. Now for 2015, it's actually been about a year or so since we did a video on the RAV4, and it's been one of our most popular videos. We've had a lot of people watch it. So we've had some improvements with RAV4 in the last little while. Body style is similar, but there's always refinements coming with Toyota. So I thought we should revisit it and have another look at it. With aggressive pricing on the RAV4 comes tremendous value as well. There's been added content to the vehicle over the last couple of years as we move forward, and it's very, very easy to get into a RAV4 with things like navigation system, power sunroof, aluminum wheels, and so on without having to spend a lot of money. One of the greatest features on the RAV4 now is the fact that we've changed from a swing door to a lift gate. And this is one of the obstacles we had in the marketplace because, quite frankly, consumers prefer the lift gate. It's much more helpful in a tight parking spot. Your head is sheltered from the elements when you're packing the back of the vehicle up with things. And we even have a power lift gate that's available in our limited model, which makes it really easy. Just click on the fob and it opens up for you wonderfully. Very, very handy when you've got an armful of groceries or 2 children at hand and you want to be able to get into the back without having to necessarily actuate it with your hand. As time goes on, there's always pressure to have better fuel mileage, but along with that, sometimes there's also the question of, do I have enough power? Well, quite frankly, you will, because it's not just the motor that makes the difference, it's also the transmission. The RAV4 has a 6-speed automatic transmission, which is perfectly mated to the existing 2.5-liter engine. And together, they do a phenomenal job of, you always seem to have the right amount of power at the right amount of time. But beyond that, our fuel economy is drastically improved over the previous body style that we used to have a couple of years ago. When we talk about creature comforts in the RAV4, it's important to note that even that base model that everybody talks about, that they wonder how it's equipped, even our base model has things like power windows and power door locks, cruise control, so those kinds of things we've all gotten used to. Air conditioning, for example, is standard on every vehicle that we sell. As you move up the ladder though, you start getting things like a rear backup camera, you start getting things like navigation system, you start getting things like a power sunroof, power lift gate as I mentioned earlier, and then on and on. As we get into the limited model, you've got leather interiors, power seats, and a whole host of additional wonderful safety features. However, every one of the vehicles has our Star Safety System, which has 6 different components to it and has been designed and put us right at the top of the list for safety in the auto industry today. The other thing though that's important to note, and this is something where admittedly we've been a little bit lacking in the past, is styling. Not only outside the car, which is gorgeous, but inside the car as well too. And this is where we've really moved forward with the Toyota brand. The engineers from Toyota have spent tremendous amount of time and effort in really thinking about where everything should be inside the car, thinking about how much room you're going to need, and then placing things in such a way so that it not only does the job, but is actually comforting to look at. So many of these vehicles on the market, I've noticed when I do my appraisals on trade-ins and whatnot, people trading in other brands, I'm noticing how disconcerting these interiors can often look. And don't discount how that can affect you on a long-term drive. If you're uncomfortable in the car, it's not going to be as much fun to go on a family trip. So I encourage you to come on down to West Coast Toyota. We're just across the bridges here in Pitt Meadows and Maple Ridge, and we'd like it very much if you'd come down and give us a chance to show you how this new RAV4 is going to help you. It's available with front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive combinations, and at very, very competitive pricing.